And welcome to another edition of Sessions with Stef. We've got a new background today. It's very Halloweeny. We're in October, so we change it up every week. We do it from different places. This week we are at our producer's house. We are at Lewis's house from JGR Studios. And as you can tell, we have a new intro with a bit of music playing in the background. Pretty cool. We're adding a new vibe. It's a music podcast. This is Sessions with Stef, a podcast where I chat with musicians, singers, songwriters, anything in the music business, because I love it a lot and I enjoy it. And now it's a format that I can just have a good time and have a chat with fellow artists and talk about their experiences in the music business and say jokes and stuff like that. So today I have partner in crime here, Lisa Okionero, will be joining me.
Hello.
She's not on video. She probably should be instead of me, but it's my podcast, so I'm gonna say I go first.
You're so selfish.
Lisa as well has a podcast on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is Cumbare, and Lisa has a podcast with Francesca called Talk It Out. And it's another podcast, just as good. It's phenomenal, actually. They talk about weird stuff, interesting things. Just FYI, if you want to check it out, our last episode was in a sex shop. So yes, that happened. And it was quite interesting. Yes. You should check out the video and not the audio. We are available, like I said, on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, all your streaming services. Of course, our production is done by Luis and JGR Studios. If ever you need any podcast, video production, photography, this man does it all. He does websites, whatever you need, he does it. Feel free to reach out to us. Lisa, how are you doing? How was your week?
Very good. It seems longer than usual, even though we were a day down.
A day down. Oh,
yes. A day down.
You're right.
Nobody worked Monday, right?
Holiday. Monday, so now, yeah. It was a good week, though. Weather-wise, it's good.
So far. But we're only Wednesday, so I guess we'll communicate on Friday to see
if it was a good week. Yes, you're right.
We're just halfway there.
You see, she should be in the front of the camera, but I'm not putting her in front of the camera.
No, come on. My name's not Stef. It's Sessions with Stef.
Oh, you're right. All right. But it's good to have your voice, and you keep me in line here with this dialogue.
Listen to my voice.
There it is. It's the voice from God. Okay, so you know what? Today's guest. I've heard of him in the business in Montreal, of course. Fantastic guitar player. I've never worked with him, but you know what? There's always a first time, so it's probably going to happen. We've got a singer-songwriter. His name is Sergio De Dominicis, right?
That's right.
Welcome, Sergio.
Thank you.
How's it going, man?
Very good. Yourself?
It's good. It's nice to meet you. I feel like I met you because we spoke a few times. I've seen you perform, and of course, when I saw you perform, I was like, wow. Yes, I love the voice. I love the guitar playing, the vibe. I got a good vibe.
I've never seen you perform. I'd like to see you perform one day.
Don't worry about it.
Maybe on this show one day.
Maybe on this show. You know what? That was something I said I didn't really want to perform on this show. Just not because I don't want to. I did it the first episode because it was the first episode and it was with a very good friend of mine that I play in her band. So I performed, but then other than that, I said no. I want to let other people. It's like going to the guitar teacher, right? I'm going to teach you how to play guitar, and then he takes the guitar and he solos for like an hour while you're sitting there looking at the guy soloing. It's like
true, but you learn so much just from watching it.
You're right. You're right. But on this show, I want to focus on the other artists.
For sure.
In all the weeks, I'm gonna have stories. I come up with stories as well, and people will get to know what I've done, what I do. But I want to get to know what you've done, and they want to get to know what you've done, what you do, your vibe, how they want to hear your voice. Something different about Sessions with Stef is that we get to listen to them live. I mean, you're gonna look, the guitar's there. He was playing the music while I was doing the introduction, and it's fantastic. I really love it. So let's start with you.
Okay.
All right. You're born and raised in Montreal?
Yes, I am. Saint Michel till the age of 6, and then RDP till the age of, I guess, 22.
Still now you're in RDP?
Yeah, always the East End. Yeah, right now I'm in Huntsic, so it's close. Always in the East End.
Okay, sweet. And you've been playing guitar since?
Since I was 12. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I always wanted a guitar when I was young, and my parents and my grandma kept buying me these Fisher Price guitars that they really didn't play. And then when I was 12, I'm like, it's enough. I want a real guitar, and went with my dad to the E-Town Melody, actually.
Oh yeah, the famous E-Town. We all know E-Town.
Yeah. And I got
you know what's funny? Long and McQuaid is there now.
Yeah.
And I keep saying, every time I say I got to go get some stuff at Long and McQuaid, I always say E-Town. Because it's ingrained. It's the Montreal landmark with Steve's, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
But now, no longer.
And Kit's, don't forget Kit's music.
It's Tony, my friend's Tony.
I still go see Tony. He's great.
He is great. Yeah. Because I never played guitar, I lived, Jean Talon right there.
Yeah.
Well, my parents live on Dolier, which is like literally 30 seconds away.
Yeah.
And so I used to go just to hang out once when I was a kid, but I never needed anything guitar-wise because
yeah, and he wasn't too big on drum sets and stuff.
No, drum sets and keyboards. He didn't have much.
Exactly.
His passion is guitar.
Yeah,
so
and he's a bass player. He's a great bass player too.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so let's start with your education. So to me, I can tell you're a rocker.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right?
What gives it away?
Honestly, it's the vibe.
Yeah,
it's
the vibe.
Just a couple of chords you were playing. I'm like, okay, I hear the where you take your influence from. I can hear it. I kind of feel
all blues and rock.
All blues and rock. That's what. Yeah. I kind of heard that in the playing already. Yeah. So all rock. But you mentioned to me that you studied jazz as well.
I did. I went to Marie Victorin College.
Okay.
I did study jazz, but I didn't get into it too much because when I started college, I also joined a group named Contagious.
Oh,
that was pretty big at the time.
Awesome. Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, so we used to practice like 3-4 nights a week and gig, and I used to be in school and work also part-time. So I didn't have time to grasp the jazz, but I did learn a few things, and I did.
Okay, see, because it confused me, because when we had spoken, you said, yeah, I studied jazz, and then I said, he's a rocker and he studied jazz. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
There's something that doesn't...
It's weird, because the whole time I was there, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, most of the kids were really into jazz and they loved it, and I knew nothing of jazz.
But I'm sure it kicked your ass a bit. It
did. It brought me to school. It's like, it's funny because at night I was jamming and rocking it out, and the next day I would go to school. I'm like, man, that sucks.
And then you're like, how come there's so many notes in that chord?
And my teacher, Greg Amiro, was fantastic.
Wow! I know Steve and Greg years ago. Yeah,
fantastic musician,
great teacher.
super nice guy.
Oh wow!
And he knew that I was a rocker, and he was easy on me. He's like, I would show up there, like my homework wasn't done, and he was like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
But he was so patient with me and so good. I learned so much just watching him play.
Wow!
He would play 2-3 notes, and I was like, this guy's the shit.
That's and it's funny because a lot of guitar players I've played with in different bands studied jazz, of course. The Concordia and McGill. A lot of them studied. But every one of these guitar players that play jazz, or look, if you're a jazz musician, you play anything. You can read, if you. So these guys, they all have that affinity. Actually, Saturday I was with, I played, and my guitar player studied jazz. Yeah. Great, we do the dinner set, and he's no problem. Then all of a sudden, all the AC/DC licks, he knows them inside. Like, for some reason, jazz guitar players, they play their jazz, but there's always that love for rock. There's always
everybody wants to rock. Everybody wants to rock. But not everybody can rock.
100%. It's a whole vibe to. There's a whole vibe to rock. There's a whole vibe to every genre.
It's a lifestyle. Rock and roll is a lifestyle. So you breathe, you drink it, you play it. Jazz is you need to lock yourself in a room and really study and really be passionate about the music. But it's not for everybody, and it wasn't for me. I couldn't do be in a room and do my scales for 8 hours. I would shoot myself. But I mean, the people that do it and then they play amazingly, it's so beautiful to watch.
It's every style, whether it's because people make fun of different styles and they say, "Oh, that's easy. I play this and that's." There's no such thing,
No.
I play in salsa bands, right? Which they're hardcore into. Hey, you gotta be, and it's cool. But then when I hear them play pop, and it's like it sounds mechanical, and I'm like, guys, if there's a vibe in Latin music, there's got to be a vibe in pop. Sure. It might be easier, it might have less chords, but there's a vibe, there's a feel. And if you don't get that feel, the song doesn't come out the way it should.
No. It doesn't move you, and the people that listen to it, They're the ones you feed off them, right? And you see them. They're not moved by the
No,
music.
exactly.
So
It becomes
everybody's got to
mechanical
respect their
and
style. Yes, exactly.
And every style, if it's jazz, if it's rock, it's got to be respected.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Played well.
Yeah, and the original guys who can respect it and add to it, add a different color, makes it so much.
Of course,
fun, right?
Of course, those are the true gods of music.
Yeah. Well, now speaking of true gods, I heard you like a little part of your song.
All right.
And now I really want to hear it.
Okay.
And I want to get the audience's attention right away.
Okay.
With your guitar playing, your singing, because your voice sounded awesome. And I believe the song is called "Forbidden Skin."
All right, we'll start with that one then. Okay, because what you heard before was the other one.
Oh, was the other one? Okay,
Yeah,
I want to hear both.
Yeah, we'll play
so,
both. Yeah.
Forbidden Skin. I won't make a joke, a foreskin joke on this one. I'm just gonna. Sorry,
You should.
I should,
That's
right? Yes, we have two others that join us. We got Louis and Francesca joining us. Hi guys, how's it going?
Hi guys.
Very good.
So to get everyone's attention, I want to hear you.
All
I
right.
want you to let it out, belt it out.
Let it out.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Might get loud, so you guys
I
are warned.
love it. Make it loud.
Turns me on. We can dance a little if we're all alone. You swivel slow closer to me, knocking your ground on my body with your own. I lose all control. You take me higher and shake me down, turning every tenderly burning drop of blood in my veins. I wanna touch you now, figure you inside out, the skin on mine, molding for a while. I wanna show you why. When we kiss, I feel alive, and I go wild just for an inch of your forbidden skin. Your forbidden skin. I know this ain't right and dangerous, and things about to get a little more serious. More than just a kiss. We lied, we had, and you got many ways to make me believe this is just a dream. Caught in a comfort zone and you feel alone. You got to be safe. I wanna touch you now, figure you inside out, the skin on mine, molding for a while. I wanna show you why. When we kiss, I feel alive, and I go out just for an inch of your forbidden skin. Your forbidden skin. It'll be ink on paper sooner or later. No perfect crime has ever been saved. So you take my hand and hold on tight and get on this emotional ride. 'Cause now is the start of the rest of our lives. Show you why when we
You know what I'm talking about, dude.
Oh,
Smoke it, man.
thank you.
Wow.
I'm out of voice today, so.
Yo, it didn't sound like it.
But thank you.
Wow, no, I love it, man. I hear the blues, I hear tiny bit of jazz, I hear the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a question. This is a song that you're going to be releasing?
Yes, this is a song that was written 16 years ago and never did anything with it. And then during COVID, everybody's got a COVID story.
Exactly.
I said, you know what? Let's take this time to just put everything on pause and go get all the songs that I have and just record them.
Sweet.
And I started doing that in my home studio. And I have a friend named Gigi Salerno who used to be my bass player.
Gigi, I love Gigi, man.
Everybody knows Gigi.
Of course, I went to college with him, and his first band, I played with his Black Knights.
Live It Up?
Before Live It Up, they were called Black Knights.
Okay.
Then they became Live It Up, and I played a couple of gigs. I played quite a few gigs with them back in the day.
Everybody knows each other.
Gigi's the best.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best. He was in my band, Crash Landing, for about 5-6 years.
Okay.
And then he put everything aside, you know.
He took a breather. He has his business.
Yeah, exactly. Family, focused on his family. So, but during we always kept in touch, and during COVID, we said, you know, let's work on some songs, and he's great at recording and putting drums and bass. So I would just send him the files. He would put the stuff, send it back to me, and just back.
So, quick question. Is this an acoustic tune, or is this
it's not
fully produced song?
Yeah, fully produced. Yeah.
Because I was like, I had a drum beat. I was going on.
Exactly.
I was like, I hear the rock, man.
Like,
this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So I can imagine. I can't wait to hear it.
It's actually, it sounds pretty good. It's not mastered nor mixed well, but I mean,
it
it's
doesn't matter.
We're gonna get there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And it's all electric guitar, electric.
Yeah,
bass,
electric guitars, some boards, drums, bass, a bit of violin too in the. Yeah, I added something. Little touch.
You know what? You have to do an acoustic version because
for
me, that sounded great.
It was written acoustically, and somebody once said, like, any song that sounds good acoustic is gonna sound great electric.
Definitely. Sometimes even just the acoustic version.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was acoustic for like 16 years, So we started putting some instruments.
That's great. Adding life. Well, I wouldn't say adding life because the life is there. It's in the song.
Yeah.
Melody's there. Lyrics are fantastic. Voice is good. Guitar playing's good. That's a song, man.
Yeah, it's a song.
Good stuff, man. No, that's amazing. Let's work on. Okay, I want to talk about Contagious. That was your first. You said you were playing with Contagious.
It was my first real known act band.
Okay, so it was a rock cover band kind of thing?
No, it was an all original.
All original?
Yeah, I joined them when I was about 19.
I actually remember that. I remember that.
You remember
as a kid, I'm like Contagious.
Yeah.
They were one of the bands. Like there was, Staves on Dough and all those guys.
Yeah.
And Contagious, I totally remember the name. So the fact that it was an original artist, and I remember the name, means you guys did something really well.
Well, when I joined them, they were already established for 10 years. They had toured already Canada, so when I joined them, the guitar player just left, and they were looking for a guitar player to do their last record. It was going to be their last record for them, and they were already in studio in Morin Heights. And my friend Mario Bifarel, we were talking about before. He's like, I know this guy is younger than you guys, but I think he would fit well. So met up with the guys. I didn't play a single note for 2 weeks. I was already in the band, because it's all about chemistry and gelling.
You're right. You're right.
So being married with 2-3 guys,
Exactly.
So we just gelled, and then eventually we got together in a room, we jammed, and they're like, okay, you're in. He's like, you have 2 weeks to learn these 11 songs, come up with 11 parts, 11 solos, and you're going in studio. I'm like, 19 years old, in school, never like really gigged before, thrown into a studio, thrown into this big machine, big production. It was quite a ride.
You know what? Yeah. It's sometimes we need it. We need something like COVID to kick you in the ass.
Yeah, you're right.
16 years, no, this has got to come out. We need these experiences to say, because it's never going to be like, hey, you're going to join this band. You have 6 months to learn. It's
in
always
the perfect world. Yeah,
it's exactly in the perfect world. It never happens. The gig is always like,
last minute.
And we always feel as musicians like this is the one that if I screw this up, I'm dead. You know, or something. And it's tomorrow.
Or like if I had a month to prepare myself, I could do this, but you never have that.
You never have it.
You never have
it. It's
life gets in the way.
And for some reason, I don't know why, it comes out better.
Yeah, I think because the adrenaline and
I don't know.
There's something that happens, right? There's a magic that happens.
It's weird. Like we recorded a show inside, you know, it was during COVID, of course. We hadn't practiced for months.
Mm-hmm.
We did one rehearsal and then the show, and it was like we've been playing for 10 years. It just, I don't know, it felt natural.
Yeah, yeah.
Then other times you're going to rehearse for every week.
And then it's going to suck on stage.
And then it just doesn't get that feeling.
Yeah.
You know? It's more
I
about
can
the
never
vibe on
understand.
stage, I feel.
Yeah, I
You know?
guess. Yeah. Yeah, because it's a good point, because when you're playing the same songs forever, it's like you get bored of them. But like you said, you haven't played in forever, and they're like fresh songs in your mind, you know. So you get there and you're eager to play them. So there's that magic.
So you had that experience at 19 years old.
Yeah.
You learn these tunes, you start touring, and then then you started your own company called Music à la Carte.
So when Contagious split up,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what do I do now? You know. So I started a little business called Music à la Carte, and hired about 6-7 musicians I found on the internet, a bit everywhere, a friend of a friend.
On the internet?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
serious.
I was going all out, just
before
looking
my
for
time on the internet.
Yeah.
I still have the black book. Where's this guy's number?
Actually, it was 2004, so the internet was starting to be big, you know. And I found these musicians and started doing these shows. Like basically, we catered any events, whether they needed a trio, a duet, a full band, 70s band. So we just went all out, you know.
You're kind of like sometimes people ask me, so what kind of music do you do? And like my answer, my answer is pretty much, you know, if they pay me, I'll do it.
Exactly.
Whatever pays.
That's
Where do
right.
you guys play? Anywhere that there's a paycheck that comes with it.
basically.
You know, again, it's not always for the money. I don't mean it
No,
in
but
that
for
way.
sure. But
you know, whatever. If you want to hire me,
we need to play as musicians. We need to
Exactly.
play live, you know. So we'll play anywhere.
Yeah, we'll play anywhere. And you know what? It's not always about the money. No, it's not. But you know, if there's
For sure.
if there is money there, then you want me to play for your birthday party, Louis? No problem. I'll come and play for your birthday party. How's that?
For free, yeah.
Damn! I
See, they never want to pay musicians. They
Never.
never.
Always last on
They'll
the
pay
list.
everybody else, even DJs, but when it comes to musicians, no, they never get paid.
You know, I had a discussion with the band this weekend, and one guy was saying, it was funny, like we have a contract for, let's say, a wedding, and one musician was saying, one band leader asked for an extra 20 minutes, and the guy said, yeah, you got to give me at least $100 for that. So then, and he was like, I couldn't believe the musician said it. And the other guy saying, well, what do you mean? When the plumber stays an extra hour,
I was just gonna say that.
he's got to get paid. So
Yeah.
how come the musician, because you like what you're doing? Yeah, well, what? That
Maybe
means the plumber doesn't like
too.
it?
Yeah,
He
exactly.
likes it too.
He studied in there.
He studied in
that
it,
field,
you know, and that's besides the amount of gear that you're holding $2,000.
And it's the 20, 30 years experience behind that,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
But
people forget that we practice and we try to become the best we can be. So that's all time invested, you know?
but it goes always over people's head.
Yeah.
I've
sad.
heard it so many times. Oh, you're gonna get fed well. Oh yeah, good stuff.
I have a fridge at home.
Because my fridge doesn't work.
Yeah,
You know, yeah, I
exactly.
guess I can't call Domino's and get 5 pizzas.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
I'll be
you know?
fed well. You know, but actually Domino's sucks. But wait,
Yeah.
that's another story for
Glad you
another
said
day. Did you like the song, Lisa? Did that sound?
I did like the song. Very,
you very
very
much.
good.
Thank
I was jamming over here.
Yeah.
It was jamming.
My posse.
Do you like the voice? It projects. It sounds
Projects,
crystal
powerful,
clear,
very, very. You have
Out of
that
shape.
presence. You have that presence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Did you take vocal lessons at all? Or
I did a little bit in school, and then I had a private teacher.
Okay.
Actually, a few private teachers that I took lessons from, but mostly the singers that in the bands that I played with
Gave you
I
tips and
Yeah, I
stuff
learned
like
a
that.
lot from just watching them play, and you know.
That's good. That's the one thing I never did.
No.
I should have, because I sing backup all the time.
Yeah.
And I'll do like 5 songs. Like, sometimes I'll play in a duo format. And, there's a girl singer and she sings all night. And once in a while, she's got 3 sets, 45. I'll do a song, like
Yeah.
a stupid, easy song, you
Yeah.
know, just to give her a break. I do 3 of them and I'm like, because I never trained my voice. Not that I don't want to hear myself anyway singing.
You too, huh?
Yeah,
You too, huh?
No, I feel like when I'm performing if I'm performing next to you,
Yeah.
no one wants to hear me sing. The voice is there. Like, so when I'm next to a girl singer, the voice is there. I'm accompanying the singer. The singer's got to sing, you know? I mean, they want to
I
hear.
felt like that often in the past too, so... the more you do it, the better, like anything else.
Of course.
the better you get it.
No, I've always done it. I just have done
Yeah.
it wrong. I know my notes.
Yeah.
I know the words. I get the harmonies and stuff. No problem because I
Yeah.
studied piano. But by the end of it, I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
I did 5 songs and I can't. I don't know.
Yeah,
like, well, if
it's
you
all in
don't-
the breathing.
If you don't get it from there,
Yeah, exactly.
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this. You
Yeah.
know, give me a beer or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
You know? Well, listen, I'm on the bandwagon. So the song we heard before was "If I Ever Change My Ways." Right?
Before the
song, you were
show.
kind of jamming.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That's a song I wrote. Actually, that one was written maybe about 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
And
go tell me about the song.
so the song is basically about watching everybody around you. Musicians can relate to this. Everybody around you move on with their life and start families and do the things that you're supposed to. The society tells you to do. And I found myself like, what if I don't want to go down that road? And I find myself a bit of a Peter Pan complex. You want to stay young and you don't want to do all these things. You just want to rock out for the rest of your life and just. But I mean, comes a time where
like a real job.
Yeah, exactly. But it's kind of a fight within me. Just to not to go down that road. And just try to rock out.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
I think it was my struggle my whole life.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, a lot of musicians.
Now, keep in mind, I'm a little bit older than you. We won't say much.
Yeah.
Maybe whatever, a little bit. And my parents. Now you see that musicians can make money. We can make money, and I made a living out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, what? No, go to that accounting school.
Yeah.
I'm doing numbers. What is this? Sucks ass, man.
Yeah,
I hate
you're
it.
gonna be bored out of your mind.
But my parents did not have, and my dad's a music teacher.
Oh my God! Yeah.
My dad taught me. My dad had over 60 students at one point. He taught every night from 5 p.m. till 10 after work. He would come home, sleep from 5 o'clock, start teaching at 6 to 10 every night. Saturday mornings Saturdays all day 8 to 5, and Sundays mornings. And you would have students every half hour. I'm doing homework and I hear da 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 da.
That's great.
This was
do you play piano?
My dad was an accordion player.
Okay.
That was his main thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's.
It's an instrument that's not being played as much anymore, and it's sad because it's so beautiful to see.
It's the only instrument you can play alone and have chords, melody,
huge.
and bass line.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's so hard to play though.
That was my first instrument. I started.
Oh, so you play?
Yeah. So I know all the bases.
Okay, so we're gonna get this guy on this show to play.
See, now I'm gonna do that 6 months of like, oh my god.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a workout. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
physically, it's a workout, and it's not that hard here. But you need to practice your spacing because your chords, everything's in fifths on your left hand.
Diatonics, right?
Because exactly. So you're going up and down. So you're going from C to G, keep going up, and then from C to F going down. And
I can never play.
And then the next chord, like you have your bass note, and then you have your chord, which is a major.
Yeah.
Then you got minor, then you got seventh, and you got diminished.
That's crazy.
So you're hitting chords, bass line, and you're doing your melody at the same time on the front. And you can't see this.
I have no coordination, so I can never ever.
It comes with practice like anything else.
Sure.
I can't hit fucking guitars. I can't get it. I play too soft.
But you can play the accordion.
Why would anyone want to do this? What the hell? It hurts my fingers. But it's the same thing. Like you practice, and so I grew up with this. My dad taught piano, organ. He taught drums for a bit. Then he found it too loud. But piano, organ, guitar, and accordion, of course. So he taught those 4 instruments nightly. I heard it and then on Sundays he would do big concerts. He would do accordion concerts, and he would do so like accordion concert with like 18 accordionists.
Okay.
So he had his sections. They were all concertos, and he would conduct as well.
And he didn't want you to go into music.
And he didn't want me to do it as a living.
Yeah.
He would tell me the whole conversation. Still to this day, it's no. You have a job. And then you get paid a bit more on the side, and he has the Italian. You get paid a bit more on the side, and you make extra money, and it's good, right? But this was the belief, and it's to a degree it's true, but it's not, because I at one point I said no, I don't care, I don't want to do accounting. So I did my own business, and I went to music, and I did it for 20 years, only that.
And your parents hated you since then.
No, then by the second year, they're like,
they saw that.
I want to go see him play. And now they come everywhere whenever we play. Like
that's
it's
good. So you made them change their mind. That's good.
I guess. They would still tell me to this day, the best thing you did. Now, like 20 years later, since I got my kids, I started working at Canada Post. It's 13 years on a Canada Post.
Okay.
Because for me, it was the best job with music.
That gives you time.
It gives me time to do enough. So, and they're still like, "See, that's the best thing you did." I'm like, "Dad, I did it for 20 years without it. I was okay. I was doing fine,
exactly.
But it is what it is." So speaking about the song, If I Ever Change My Ways.
Yeah.
Is this already recorded? Is it?
That's also in the
works?
box of songs that we're recording. We did a little recording, but not really satisfied with it. But it's another rocker, but this one's got a bit of a jazz feel at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know how it came about, but I think I was listening to a lot of John Mayer
Nice.
back then, and some Foo Fighters. So I find it's got a bit of both in it.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
Can we hear it?
yeah.
Let's hear it.
Sure. All right. Here we go.
Stranded in this crowded place, it's almost everyone I know is here today. All talking about a change, but I just can't relate to that look on their faces. They're getting older fast, holding on to what can never last. I'm getting older too. And there's nothing I won't do to stay the same. And I'm holding on, I keep holding on. Nothing's gonna change, nothing's gonna change. Holding on, I keep holding on. Nothing's gonna change if I never change my ways. Now I'm riding along, I'm testing the ground with an open mind, avoiding all of the fatal signs. And I know it's only a matter of time until I drift and turn it all around. 'Cause I can't live like they want me to and feel what they feeling too. And if I'm wrong and they were right, I still put up a fight and I'm holding on. I keep holding on. Nothing's gonna change. Nothing's gonna change. Holding on. I keep holding on. Nothing's gonna change. And if I ever change my ways, I won't feel misunderstood and feel a little less on the hook and be part of the crowd. Oh, and just for a little while, where I can learn to leave a trail of love behind for another to ride. And I'm holding on, I keep holding on. Nothing's gonna change, nothing's gonna change. Holding on, I keep holding on. Nothing's gonna change if I ever change. Holding on, I keep holding on. Nothing's gonna change, nothing's gonna change. Holding on, I keep holding on. Nothing's gonna change if I never change my ways. If I ever change my ways.
Oh yeah. Beautiful. Sweet, man.
Thank you.
Wow. I can't wait, man, to hear the album.
Mhm.
Honestly, I really can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
It's, wow.
Been waiting a long time for this.
Lisa, tell me. That voice, no?
Yeah, of course.
You hear the power?
I had to jump back onto my chair for how much I flew back.
Yeah, it's a
Hey.
little loud. Sorry about that.
No,
I didn't mean
love
like
it.
that. No, it was very good. It was very good.
Okay, where do you get your influence from? Do you have a particular band or?
I got plenty of bands. Growing up, my band was Skid Row. You know,
Nice.
Skid Row. I mean,
Teen in Life,
it's
baby.
got so much energy. The singer was incredible. The whole band was, yeah, exactly. You know, it's but I listen to a lot of music, like obviously the Guns N' Roses,
Yeah.
the Metallica, the Megadeth.
Yeah.
I went into that, and then the grunge hit. You know, the
Yeah.
Pearl Jams, the Soundgarden.
Mm-hmm.
So, and these days a lot of Foo Fighters, Kings of Leons,
Okay.
and
nice.
Big Wreck. I don't know if you know the band name Big Wreck.
I've heard of that. I never
Yeah.
heard a song, but I heard of them.
They're great.
Do you like Tool by any chance?
Tool is a great band.
Phenomenal.
I never got into them,
Mm-hmm.
but they're phenomenal. Yeah.
You know what? I didn't even, my brother-in-law just says, come with me, we're going to see a show, and he brings me to see Tool. I was like, what the fuck, this is
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah, I heard
really
the
good
great
band.
live, huh?
Really, really good
Great
band.
singer too.
Shit.
Yeah.
And you know what? He was behind the band.
Really?
Believe it or not. There was the band set up in the front, and
Yeah.
he was behind a curtain, a white curtain.
Really?
Yeah.
Those show?
Oh, so. Yeah. They're-
okay.
they're
That's
fans.
different.
They're special, but they
Yeah.
sound really good.
Yeah, yeah.
They're really, really good band. Really
Great
good
band, yeah.
Okay, so do you, like, when you write your songs, do you have, like, do you channel something? Do you like, did you say I want to do a style like this mixed with that, or do you just have a lyric and?
No, I usually start with the music. I fondle my guitar and I come up with something and I just build on that. Like a lot of artists, I have my phone, so this phone is full of just ideas since 2008.
You're driving.
Yeah, and I still have to go through all of them and you come up with a riff. Okay, like Forbidden Skin, that was a song that was written, like I said, in 2006. But the riff was from 1996 and it was in a different key. It was an F.
Okay.
And then when I wrote Forbidden Skin, I'm like, I need a riff for this. So I went and get a song that was never finished and just took that riff
Just
from
took the
there,
riff, yeah.
changed key and just put it there. And like,
That's
it
what
sounded
it's
great.
all.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny. We'll ask you, how long did it take you to put that song together? And you'll say, well, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it took 20 years to get the right parts.
You're right.
To put
You're
that
right.
10 minutes together.
Most
you know?
great songs are written pretty fast, you know?
Yeah.
They just flow.
Yeah, they flow, but it's been in their mind.
Exactly. It's
For
been
who knows how
simmering
long.
there, yes.
They've been driving one day and they have a little lick and they're like, we'll put that lick on like you do
Yeah.
on the phone. And then, 2 years later, hey, what if I,
Yeah.
you know,
You're just putting pieces together,
right?
You know?
And then we'll sit down 10 minutes and it comes out.
It
you
comes
know?
out.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I have a
interesting.
question. Can I ask a question? Sorry to
Sure,
interrupt.
of course.
When you're coming up with the songs, let's say you're writing, is there a specific reason or an inspiration that you have to choose the songs or write the way you do?
If there's a reason,
A reason? Is there an inspiration,
Yeah.
a thought that leads you to write, let's say, this specific song?
So basically, if a girl dumps you, do you write, I hate that bitch, or do you write...
Way to go, Vanny.
I'd say it depends on the song. Sometimes you're feeling a certain way, and you just pick up the guitar and, you're feeling sad or, depressed or whatever it is, and it just flows out of you. So I think you go with the moment. I often, I've written songs where I had no idea I was going to write a song. I just sat down to play the guitar and then something came up. I'm like, oh, this is good, So I would just record it and go back to it. Then you go back to it, you're feeling a certain way, a different way, So that transpires into the song,
It's true. It's true. All of a sudden, let me change the chorus because I wanted to kill someone last week, but I think it's a bit too dark. Today I feel better. I had a Big Mac and I'm gonna.
And the song takes a different shape.
It's true though. You'll write it. Even a chord change just to say, hey, it was minor there, but what if we go?
And just a chord could just shift the song. It was a sad song. That's a happy song.
And it like he said, it'll happen different days and it comes together and it's like
unless you write the whole song in the same day and you're feeling shitty the whole day or happy the whole day, then
I'm a loser baby. Basically, he had a bad fucking day.
Exactly.
Right?
Poor bastard.
Poor bastard. I do a little game on this.
Oh.
Okay. I do a little game on this podcast.
I like
it's
games.
called First Thought.
Okay.
Unless Lisa, do you have a question?
No,
there's going to be more questions actually because
Probably.
once I play the game, there's more questions that comes.
All right.
So this game, basically, I'm going to throw out a word or a phrase, and the first thing that comes to your mind is what you have to say. Basically, first thing.
No censorship.
No, we can say.
Not on this show.
Swear, not on this show. We can say whatever we want. I'm going to blurt it out. You give me your first thought, and then, I might make fun of you. But don't worry about it. No stress. No.
All right.
I feel like I've known you for 20 years now.
Me too.
So within the first, the vibe is good. I love it. We're good. So, all right. So you ready?
Yeah.
This one's pretty easy. I start off easy.
All right.
Favorite food?
Chinese food.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Szechuan. Szechuan,
You know
to
what?
be more specific.
Don't make your mom hear you say that.
No, I know. You know, growing up Italian, you're so used to it. I love Italian food, you know,
the
but
best.
when you want to indulge, I like Szechuan.
You know, I was in Italy 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and this is funny. Italy, you can't go wrong. I'm in Naples.
Yeah.
I'm in Rome. I loved it. The food is so good. But I was there for close to a month.
Yeah,
So after the third week is pizza pasta, the best I've ever eaten in my life.
yeah,
Then that's the espresso. I'm like, this is great. And then I found myself like, fuck, I could go for some sushi right now. And we're lucky in Montreal
we have everything.
that we have everything.
We
and I
are
know
lucky.
they have in Italy. Of course
Yeah.
they have it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just not, it's not for, oh, what Francesca is saying? What did she say?
It's good that you say that we have it in
The-
Italy.
we
because
just-
the Italian food.
yes.
Mess with it.
No, of course in Rome, but a lot of times we go visit family. You know, Rome is Rome. It's beautiful. We visit, but when you're with the family, it's literally, you know, the same food, and we don't know. You know, as a tourist, we don't know where to go in Italy,
No,
right? Where am I going to go for sushi? I know 22 pizza places.
Yeah.
you know, and they're all phenomenal.
Yeah.
but it's like
little holes in the wall. You just walk in. I went to this place in Naples. It didn't even look like a restaurant. It looked like someone's house. You just walked in, no menus. Like, just sit down. We'll bring
Just
you
sit
food.
down,
And
yeah.
It was like probably the best food I ever had in my life.
Tre Maria and
Yes, on Clark.
It's
Yeah.
exactly that. You sit down, you don't order, they just bring
Yeah.
you whatever it is.
Yeah, my dad used to take me there.
I don't know if is it still open?
I don't think so.
No, I think it's closed, eh?
closed.
Damn it.
A lot of them didn't survive.
And they
COVID.
had tripa night, so that's why
Oh,
I don't
okay.
like tripa, but
You know what? I changed my answer to Italian food.
I'd say it's Szechuan's gone. I always go for Szechuan too.
Yeah.
When I have the chance, I'm going for Szechuan
Yeah.
Chinese. I love it.
Yeah,
Okay, this one's a little easier too. Favorite movie?
Shawshank Redemption.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
I
Digging
can
out
watch,
of the tunnel.
I can watch that movie like over and over again. Never get bored of
True.
it.
Great
It's
movie.
such it's so well put together.
Yeah.
Acting is phenomenal.
I agree.
It's the best movie.
I agree.
I know people are gonna say Godfather, which is also up there, but
Mm-hmm.
for me, Shawshank is just a perfect movie.
Yeah, it is. I agree with
Yeah.
you on that one.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic movie. All right, what's the first thing that comes to your mind as a
Yeah.
rocker when I say Shom 97.7 FM?
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say old classics because
Over and over and
they
over
always
again.
play the
Repetitive.
20 years
Yeah.
later. 20 years later,
That's
over and
all-
over again.
Yeah, it's yeah. You know, I stopped listening to radio like 20 years ago because
The repetitiveness.
you know the radio trackers are paid to play songs and that's what it is. You know, it's
But you know what? Now,
now
it's sad to say, but it's dying, man. It's dying or dead. It's,
yeah.
there's-
Well, what do you know? It's what do you expect when you're always playing the same songs? You know.
yeah. The
What do you-
business model.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're changing, if they're that. Well, mind you, they're all doing podcasts at the same time. I think they're doing podcasts.
Yeah,
They're trying.
yeah, exactly. I don't know what's going on anymore because I don't listen. I
Yeah.
stopped listening to us. Maybe they changed, but from 20 years ago, I stopped because of that reason.
Yeah.
It was always the same.
and I was always mad that they don't play local music
yeah, that
enough.
Yeah, I'm sure they're playing more of it with the Damn Truth now, and
Yeah.
hopefully, because they're a great band. And,
Fantastic.
yeah, friends
I-
of mine too. I'm sure. You
Are
know.
they?
Yeah.
I've never. Oh no, actually I did. I did a recording with Francesca. Dave
Yeah.
produced that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I spoke to him a couple of times.
Great
He's
guy.
Super guy.
Yeah, he's great, yeah.
Super.
He was actually my drummer in Musique à la Carte.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Leela, and he suggested me, he's like, I know a singer if you need a backup singer. And she ended up doing a couple of shows with us.
Wow.
And when I heard her sing, I'm like, yeah, she can't be the backup singer.
Exactly.
She has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, there's no way,
Wow.
It made no sense. So then I made her sing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she was phenomenal.
Wow, yeah.
She still is.
I'm hoping to have them on the podcast.
That'd be great.
I'm really hoping
Yeah.
to have them on the podcast.
Yeah, they're great. Bunch.
It's I know
Gold
someone
band.
who's someone gonna pull strings for me. I can't wait for this. All right, this one I thought of because I grew up at the
Okay.
same time,
Yeah.
more or less. The rock bands. What do you think of? What's your first thought when I say Mick Mars?
I love Mick Mars. I find he's a underrated guitar player.
Underrated.
He's great. All his solos, you could sing them over and over again.
True.
He's great. I don't know why a lot of people, they bashed him, they put him down, but I find he's
And
great.
it's funny when you look at the band. They're a good band, whatever.
Yeah.
They're Motley Crue. They're not the most. you know,
Yeah.
but they're a good band.
But they're great, but yeah.
Mick Mars was the guy. Like for me, if I look at Vince Neil, I'm like, when I was a kid, it was good. Now I can't hear him because he can't sing.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to. I'm not going to
No.
insult him, but it's like, and you're picking on Mick Mars. Like really?
That guy never missed a note.
Never missed a note. Plays the melodic.
He's
It's all
great.
him.
He's
Okay,
great.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
This is a good one. This
Yeah.
one touches my heart. Okay.
Okay.
First thought when I say Prince,
I feel sad. Sad.
is it sadness?
Yeah, it's sad because he was one of the last true legends. You know.
Yeah. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
It hurt me. It really did.
Yeah.
Because you know that he was the type of guy he was. The stories I heard. Actually, a girl that I knew years ago, she was playing in a wedding band. Rhonda Smith. She
Okay.
toured with him.
Oh,
She left.
yeah. Wow.
She left the band. She was with the Showman, bass player of
Yeah,
the Showman,
yeah.
and left the Showman to go tour with Prince. So
Who
just to
wouldn't,
say,
right?
And he had two Montrealers in the band. He was the type of guy. I remember a story where he was in his hotel room after a show, and I believe it was in Montreal. He was in his hotel room, 1 a.m,
I think I heard that story.
and he decided, I'm lonely. I want to go play.
Eh.
And he literally just put on Instagram, I'm going to be in this club. And he played piano for
I
about
know.
2 hours. Like
Amazing.
100 people kind of noticed. They went there. And I'm thinking, how sad. Then when he died, it was not long after.
Yeah, it was like a month after.
I feel like if he wasn't on stage, he
I
was
wasn't happy.
not happy and
Yeah.
dark, in a
Yeah.
dark place.
Yeah, I feel the same about Chris Cornell, which is
Yeah.
one of my idols. I find he
It's-
shares that sadness.
And imagine how dark it must be, that place.
Yeah, I think it's because you go from a high of playing in front of thousands of people, and then you end up in a room all by yourself.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
The
shift?
downer.
Yeah, and that's why I think a lot of them, fall into drugs and booze
Yeah.
just
To get out of that.
to stay afloat.
Compensate.
Yeah.
Okay, no more dark things.
Yeah.
What's your favorite concert that you've seen?
Wow, that's a tough one. I've seen a lot of concerts.
Okay.
I've seen at least 250 concerts in my life.
Wow.
So that's a tough one, but a memorable one was Pro Jam in 1993. First time they came to Montreal, Verdun
We're
Auditorium.
done on it. Wow.
It was so special. The sound was incredible. The band was incredible, and it was 47 degrees in there. There was 3 people in the front hosing down all of us
Oh my
because
God.
it was too hot. We were gonna die, but they played amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, and they played the whole album because they only had one album
Yeah,
back then.
back then.
And it was a great song. But I have to say that Aerosmith is in there too,
I've
because
heard
I've
Aerosmith.
seen Aerosmith 5 times, and all 5 times they blew me away. It's like you
Yeah.
go back home and you feel depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You see these guys play their animals.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh yeah. Best frontman of all time. Gotta pick one.
I'm gonna say Elvis.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Wow.
say Elvis. I mean, he's the king for a reason. I mean, you watch him on stage, it's like everybody falls to his feet. I mean, he's just great. He's just the way he just directs the band just by a little
A
move.
little moment. That's true.
Yeah, he's a
great band. Yeah.
great voice, great.
He's still
Yeah,
alive.
the band
man.
was on fire.
He's
the
still
band.
alive. Eh?
I hope he is on an island.
I want to hear his voice.
I hope he was. Yeah, I think he was the best of all time. Like, if you're talking for a band or just as an
Well,
artist.
as a frontman.
Yeah, as a front. Yeah, I guess he's considered a frontman because he's got a band behind,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's a frontman. Okay, Elvis.
Uh,
This one I thought of. What do you think of when I say tablature?
high school. It's the first thing that comes to mind because I started playing in high school with tablature.
tablature.
And then I said, "Fuck this shit." I just learned everything by ear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't
I
study-
hated reading music. I could.
Really?
It just throws me off.
Yeah.
So every song I learned was always putting the tape back then. Play. Pause.
You know why you hate it? Because you started with the tablature before you started with the reading. I think. I don't know.
Maybe. But I just find that you develop your ear a lot more just by trying to.
Oh, for
pick
sure,
up some-
for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
And even on stage, I played with some musicians. They needed their guitar parts. I can't do that.
No,
It's just gonna.
it's
I
gotta
can
be.
I can be in the song if I'm reading something. I can let free.
Yeah.
So
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Okay, this one. What do you think of when I say Carlos Santana?
soul. He's got so
Okay.
much soul. He's got not much technique, but his playing is very soulful.
Gotcha.
I never, I didn't get into him as a young player. Still to this day. But I mean, for everything I heard from him is like it's got a lot of richness in his tone. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say tone.
Okay,
He's got-
so that's a good.
yeah.
See, that's good because he interested me.
Yeah.
I mean, I admire him because as a musician, as a solo artist,
Yeah.
to be that famous,
Yeah.
that big, great. His
Not
songwriting, fantastic.
Yeah.
Then people were best guitar player, best guitar player. I'm like, I don't want to analyze. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's everyone's you judge
Yeah.
what you feel is the best guitar. But I'm like, how come every song's in A minor?
Yeah.
It's always A minor, A
Yeah.
minor. Oh, that one's in A minor.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's in E minor. Oh, but it's E minor and A minor. It's like, I don't know. I found that a
Yeah.
little bit like, but soul.
Yeah, so
And that
tone.
precedes everything.
His tone is like you recognize his tone from
True.
yeah.
And that is worth gold, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's worth
He
gold.
found the sound very young, and he just stuck with it. you know?
So my last one, best guitar player of all time.
You're killing me. Here. I'm gonna say Jimmy Page.
Jimmy Page.
I mean,
3 for 3 on this podcast, right?
Yeah.
Is it 3 for 3?
I mean,
Yeah, but the correct answer is Paco de Lucia.
Yeah.
He's in his own world. He's on another level, you know, and it's classical music. So if we're talking about rock, because I'm about rock
You're
and roll,
a rocker.
yeah, Jimmy's got all the riffs.
So
and-
far, I've asked that question 3 times on this podcast,
Yeah.
and all 3 were Jimmy Page. Got to say something.
yeah, for sure.
Gotta say
for sure.
something.
And there's so many of them, you know. It's like I left out at least 20.
Of course.
But I mean, if I have to pick one, it's,
I was always a Nuno fan. Like
me
big time
too.
Nuno fan.
I even have a
Big time.
Washburn, the same
The
one.
what, the
acoustic-
N4?
The acoustic one that he has on Wholehearted
so-
video.
Yeah.
I'm a big Nuno
I'm
fan.
a big Nuno.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to talk.
He's amazing.
I met them.
You
I
did?
Yeah, like talking many years ago.
yeah.
I met them. They're super guys.
Yeah.
When they played at Théâtre Saint-Denis.
Yeah.
Long time. I was on the way there, and Shom was saying, and we have an interview with Extreme. They're going to be playing in Théâtre Saint-Denis in an hour, and I'm on the way to the concert. And I'm like, guys, Shom's just around the corner with my buddies. And we stopped the car. We went in. As we walked into the Shom building, they were coming out of the elevator. It's like, I didn't know what to say. I love you, man.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to
it's
say.
like,
We
yeah,
were kids, you know.
speechless,
And
yeah.
they literally spoke to us for about 15, 20
Oh,
minutes.
that's so nice of them.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Like, really. And then we were front row, so they threw us sticks, and Nuno gave us his guitar picks. It was the best. One of the best days of my life as a 15,
He's
16
an
year old.
awesome player. And you know, if you like Nuno, you probably like Vito Bratta in the 80s from White Lion.
Yeah, of course.
Another
of course.
super
Oh, there's so
underrated
many.
guitar player,
There's so
you know.
many.
But they're super melodic. They're so skillful, and the technique is impeccable. They got it all.
Yeah, they
you
got
know?
it all.
They have the full package, you know.
True. Now, we're almost done with time. I'm
Right.
getting some time signals, but
right.
quickly, can you remember one of the worst gigs you've done?
Yeah,
I love funny stories that are.
it's
Sometimes it's not funny.
I remember I'll never forget this gig. I was playing with a trio called The Goods at the time, an acoustic trio, me and my 2 friends, and we were asked to write a song for le Centre Local d'Emploi Jeunesse,
Okay.
for the government basically, and they paid us to write a song, so we had to write a song. We had like 2 weeks to write a song, so wrote this French song because it was a French, you know,
Sure.
and you're writing a song about employment. Like, how boring is that?
Holy
Yeah,
shit. It sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that should have been the song.
That should have been the song. Okay.
But you know, I ended up writing the words and the lyrics. Got together with the guys, jammed it out. Let's play, and we played at I think it was Complexe Le Baron or something.
Nice. Yeah,
something like
okay.
that. And they invited everybody, and we got on stage. And that morning, I woke up. I had no voice. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be a bad one. And I ended up having a voice extinction. I never had that before in my life. I got on stage, started singing. My voice just
Gone.
died. I'm like, wow. And then
Deer
I'm
in
like,
headlights.
yeah, I'm like, let's take a break, you know. So I'm like, went to get some lozenges, I did other
beer.
stuff to try. Anything, some vodka. Try to come back and do it. And it was like, no, we can't do this. I had zero voice. So
So how do
worst
you
gig
talk-
never actually happened.
How do you talk to the? Yeah, there you go. My God, that can be the worst
Yeah.
gig. Wow.
Yeah, I was 18 or 19 at the time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Sergio, where do we find you?
in Hunsick.
Can we find you on social? I believe Crash Landing.
There's a
which is the
Crash
band.
Landing YouTube channel.
Okay, so we search Crash Landing.
Crash Landing
On
Music
YouTube?
Band. You're gonna see a lot of videos of the band playing at little bars and clubs.
Sweet.
Yeah, and
You have a Facebook page?
Not yet, which I'm gonna work on. So
Like, don't tell me you're not on Facebook, Instagram.
I'm not. Actually.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a true musician. I don't need fucking social media. Give me my guitar and I'm good.
But I'm gonna get on that, and I'll keep you posted.
No, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to say your name again. It's Sergio De Dominicis.
That's right.
De Dominicis. Okay,
That's
there it
well
is.
said. Everybody
Um,
screws it up, but you got
Do
it.
you want to leave a phone number?
Sure.
I mean, you might have all kinds of chicks calling you, but hey,
Yeah.
it's not a bad problem. Sorry.
We can put it in the description.
In the screen.
Oh, in the description. Okay, so we can put his phone number in the description.
Yeah, cool.
If anyone wants a guitar player, I'm sure you're for. I don't know if you're for hire. It sounds bad.
I am actually.
Like-
And it's funny because I started doing during COVID. I started doing these residence gigs, so I play for the old
Oh,
folks.
cool. Yeah, that's
And I've
great.
got a steady gig going on, and I got 2 of them actually.
Amazing.
And they love it. I play all the old Sinatra,
bunch of my friends do
Beatles.
that.
It's so fun.
Great.
It brings in so much joy, and I'm having a blast doing it.
Great.
So if ever you guys need something for a party,
Definitely,
or,
definitely.
you know, for the old.
No, we're
folks.
going to talk after.
Yeah, we're
because
gonna talk.
I'm sure there's
Steph,
stuff
you need
that's going
something
to.
for old folks.
What's that? We need something for what?
Yeah.
That was
I know
meant
all
for
the
me.
old shit. I can play all the old.
No,
shit.
she's saying that
No,
I need it. I'm
Ah,
the old folk.
You're getting there,
Come
but
on,
not yet.
everybody.
You
Not
still
that.
got
I still got
Oh, I
it.
know
a
you
good
wanna
10
take
years.
it.
Jesus.
Right, we don't know
What?
how old you
10.
are,
10 more. Come on, 10. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Just play me out while I say
Yeah, for
say
sure.
a little conclusion
All
here.
right.
Guys, Sergio De Dominicis, fantastic guitar player, singer. Follow us, Cumbare YouTube channel. This is Sessions with Stef. There is our sister podcast, which is Talk It Out with Lisa and Francesca. Thank you so much, Louis and Luis, for doing this, JJR Studios. I'm going to give a shout out to any business who wants to sponsor this beautiful podcast and Talk It Out. We need to have some sponsors, okay? We love doing this. It's fun. A little cash would be good to pay the production costs because they are high. Anything we can do. We're going to advertise you. You're going to get business from it. If you're in the music business, even better. But Talk It Out is a podcast on everything. So sponsorship, reach out to us. This is Sessions with Stef. I love doing this podcast. I thank you all for watching. Tell your friends about it. Tell your family about it. Subscribe, like. We're on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube. I love you guys. Peace, rock out, and have a good weekend.